Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Senior Vice President, Global Quality and Regulatory Affairs, Linda Hammond.
Good morning, everyone. I am so excited to be here and see my old friends and meet new friends. So thank you all for coming to this very exciting U.S. convention this year. I want to take a few minutes and tell you about the testing that we conduct at our Nature Sunshine Labs and testing that's required by the supplier and grower to test, so you can know the difference between Nature Sunshine's highest quality and the competitor's second tier or lower quality. It's Nature Sunshine's Sure Source Guarantee. Let's tell you a little bit about what goes into that. Well, first of all, I do need to remind everybody that Nature Sunshine has been in the business since 1972, and why I say that is that same testing that we do to assure our highest quality botanicals is used to assure the highest quality essential oils. And that same experience and knowledge about testing we then have transferred to the testing of essential oils. And that's very important because essential oil testing is very complicated. And I'll show you some of that testing and you can better understand why experience and knowledge of Nature Sunshine for 43 years really is an additional assurance that we have only the highest quality essential oils. So it's the testing and the sure source that assures that we have authentic essential oils. Authentic, of course, is from the correct species of plant, the correct region where it's grown, it's harvested in the correct manner, and it's distilled in the correct manner. All of those definitely can impact the quality of essential oil. And that's why it's critical that Nature Sunshine has the sure source, authentic essential oils. This sure sourcing, along with our testing in Spanish Fork, Utah, also assures that there is absolutely no contamination and no adulteration of the essential oil. Then you can be assured that it is authentic essential oil, and it is what it is on the label is in the bottle. So this sure sourcing requires that there's testing throughout the entire process. So we're having it tested from when the plant is grown, before it's harvested, after it's distilled, and then Nature Sunshine also tests it again, and we compare all those testing results to make sure it has not been in any way adulterated or anything additional has been added or manipulated to the oil. Nature Sunshine has very long-standing relationships with growers and harvesters and the distillers. We have been in essential oils for over 10 years. We have been in botanical business for 43 years. So that same relationship we have taken to the essential oil growers. Growers want to sell to Nature Sunshine. First, they know that we've been here for 43 years and we're going to continue to be here. These competitor companies are in and out like a flash. They want to get a relationship with the company, Nature Sunshine, that's going to be here. We also pay our bills on time. You would think that would be a pretty given, but you would not believe the competitor companies that are just working on a shoestring budget and don't even have money to pay for their material. So high-quality growers and distillers don't even want to work with those companies. Nature Sunshine, they want that relationship with our company. And I personally get involved and help build with our purchasing department those relationships with the growers, distillers, harvesters. This Sure Source Guarantee assures there's no adulteration. I'll go over the testing in just a minute. So we realize that with no adulteration and no manipulation, there is a natural variation from lot to lot and from harvesting to harvesting. However, we have an accepted range for the phytochemicals that must be in each and every lot. And because we have that acceptable range, then you can be assured that you're going to have reproducibility and repeatable results from lot to lot. Nature does vary, but that doesn't mean that we're going to accept an essential oil that's natural but has lower actives, maybe because it was grown in a year where there was more rain, or it was harvested in the incorrect manner. You know, harvesting on a day with sunshine will have different phytochemicals in a plant if it's harvested when there's a shade, during the harvesting period of the day. A good example of that is peppermint. You can immediately smell a peppermint oil and know if it was harvested on a cloudy day when there was a lot of shade, or if it was a sunny day. So even those natural variations, we key in and make sure every lot is within the acceptable range. So you are getting the same high quality on every lot. We also use organoleptic evaluation. Organoleptic means you're using the senses. And I have had significant training in using the nose, because it's very important in organoleptic evaluation of essential oils. And you're looking at, you know, the top note, the base note, the middle note, just in the organoleptic analysis. So that's also very important. And one of the ways you would not be evaluating is, I know it's easy to smell it right out of the bottle, but that you really don't get a good evaluation when you're smelling it from the bottle. You really need to use special strips that you actually put into the oil, move it around for depending on what the oil is, and let it really, so you want to really equilibralize that before you really evaluate it to make sure you're getting every note. So that's really an important part of our evaluation, is that organoleptic. So just as we do with our botanicals and dietary supplements, it's a combination of tests that we have to conduct to assure that it is only the highest quality. One of the pieces of equipment that's used for the essential oils is a GC, gas chromatograph. Now, many of you have been out to our facility in Spanish Fork and have actually seen the equipment, but I would like to once again invite all of you, for the new people at Nature Sunshine, please take the opportunity to come out. You can come out for a vacation, for business. Come down to Spanish Fork. We're only about 45 minutes from the Salt Lake Airport. It is well worth the trip. You will see our labs. You will see the manufacturing facility anytime between Monday and Friday, business hours. And I know you're not going to get that with competitors when you say, can I come see your labs? And most of them will say, well, we don't make our own product, because 85% of products on the market today are not made by the companies selling them. You can come out, you see our lab, see that we actually have this equipment, and we actually have chemists and scientists who can run the equipment. So please come out and see me and see the labs. So the GC is very important because it is separating out the phytochemicals that are in the essential oil. And this is Dr. Paul Peden. He is an analytical PhD chemist that works for Nature Sunshine, and he is one of our essential oil experts in the testing. And that is actually our equipment. So I didn't have to go on the internet and get a fake picture of a piece of equipment to put up. We actually have this, and you can see the scientist yourself who works for us. So he's very knowledgeable in testing of essential oils, and I've really enjoyed working with him on this new essential oil line. So we use two types of detectors: the FID detector, flame ionization detector, if you're a chemist and know the equipment, and then we also use a mass spec detector. Now this is important because the FID detector only separates the peaks, but the mass spec 100% identifies what those are. So it's very important that we're combining and use both of those. Now, we also test for contamination. Yes, we are organic, but it is actually better than organic because we actually test for pesticides when the lot comes in. You know, certified organic does not require pesticide testing. Nature's Sunshine has taken it to the next level, and we actually test pesticides because pesticides move in the air for miles and miles. And there is a possibility even organic could have pesticides, but you don't have to worry about that. Nature's Sunshine, we 100% test each lot. We screen for over 110 different pesticides, herbicides, fungicides. This is Dr. Chopin Cow, and she is also a PhD chemist that works for Nature's Sunshine. She is standing next to our GC triple quad. Nature's Sunshine was the very first supplement company to ever purchase this piece of equipment, almost at $200,000. And as far as I know, we're still the only company that in dietary supplements that has this equipment. But it's very key for testing pesticides. If you go to page 9 of the Authentic Oils Production Guide, and you will get this guide when you go over to NSP Central, this is a very good example of what the competitors are doing. Okay, so since they have no traceability to the field, and they're just getting through a broker or distributor. Now, a broker or distributor just buys oils from several different areas, puts them all together, and gives them to these competitors, you know, and their customers. So they're really not doing any testing at the source. They can actually mix different species together. And if you're not testing at the source and have the sure source, it is very difficult to detect at the end. So those people really do not know what botanical identity was started at the very beginning. But look at what Nature's Sunshine does. Once again, this is in the Authentic Oils Product Guide. Pick it up at NSP Central. And this is something to really show your customers when they say, why is Nature's Sunshine the best? So you can see, as they said in the video, that we actually start and have exact 100% traceability to the actual field and to the plants that are used. So we have the botanical identity or signature at the very origin. And then we know how the product, and I've actually seen how the products are distilled or cold pressed, depending on what the oil is. Because if you don't distill properly, you can really damage the oil. And then we also do have the phytochemical signature after the distilling. And then Nature's Sunshine tests when it comes in. And I'll show you how we take their testing of signature and compare it to ours in this next. This is the first is an example of an incorrect eucalyptus. So you can see, one, how the graph can be very difficult to read and how you really need to be experienced and knowledgeable to know what each of the peaks are and to identify them with the correct equipment. So here you can see that both of these may be labeled as, you know, as quality essential oils by our competitors. They are not matching from the source to the end bottle because they're missing peaks. Some peaks are higher than others. Some peaks are additional peaks. Now, all those are critical to the high quality because as you're using them, if you've got incorrect phytochemicals are too low, you're not going to get the beneficial effects. And in some cases, you could actually be harmed by not having high quality. Here's another example of the Roman chamomile that competitors use, where actually it's not, once again, it's not matching. That means somewhere between when the plant was harvested and distilled to when it got to customers, it was manipulated or adulterated. And sometimes they can say, well, it is natural, and they think they're putting in a natural adulterant from another plant. We know competitors are doing this nowadays. And especially when you're seeing oil sell cheaper than what the quality oil would even sell for. You know that they've had to cheapen it and add something else. Here, I'll show you 4 different examples of how NSP has the sure source documentation. This is rose that comes from Bulgaria, a very nice essential oil. Here, this is the supplier or grower gas chromatograph. And this is one where you would see the source signature. This would be a source, what we're calling a signature's the graph. Nature Sunshine of the testing, and then how they are put exactly together. That's an exact match. And we do that on every lot. Every lot is 100% showing that it is not manipulated, it's not adulterated or contaminated. However, you can be assured that the correct phytochemicals in the correct amounts are in each and every essential oil bottle. Another one I randomly took was distilled lemon from the United States. Once again, the source and the country are critical to an essential oil, and that's why we always identify that what country ours is coming from. So you can see the supplier signature, gas chromatograph, the Nature Sunshine, and then once again, an exact match. So this is really what sets Nature Sunshine apart. I'm not doing this just for the show or to show you. We are doing this for each and every lot of every essential oil. A grapefruit organic, again, from USA. This is the signature from the supplier or from the origin that is showing that there's no manipulation. We look at that, and then we actually put them together. And that's why we need a PhD to make sure as we're putting those 2 together that they are an exact match. And that is important. So if a company is doing GC work but only doing at the end, they don't have the beginning one to match up. And if you ask those competitors, they do not have. I don't even think they do much testing at the end. And here's lavender. This is one of my favorite, of course, grown in the high altitude of France. That's where the very highest quality lavender is grown. It is not grown in Utah, as some other competitor might say. But once again, the 2 signatures, and let's put them together. I mean, that's pretty powerful when you actually see from start to end how it is an exact match. I mean, that can only be done when it's authenticated and when there's no manipulation, contamination. That's very critical. So let's just go over the NSP advantage. 100% traceable throughout the entire process, from the plant, harvesting, distilling, when it comes to us. 100% traceability. 100% tested throughout the entire process. So we have the match at the beginning to match our product at the end to show that nothing's been done to it. You completely get it as nature intended it to be. Of course, it's 100% tested by our own in-house quality control department and labs to 100% assure no contaminants, adulterants, or nothing added. You know, phytochemicals, you don't want any added phytochemicals. There's absolutely no manipulation of the oil, no cheapening of the oil. And we are backed, the essential oils are backed, as with all of our products, 100% NSP guarantee for each and every product that we have. So just in closing, the highest quality of Nature Sunshine has been my true passion and my purpose for the last 22 years. But you know what really drives my passion and ignites me every day is you, your managers, distributors, people who share and care about the Nature Sunshine products, the benefits. So I want to thank each and every one of you for all you do to inspire me, to inspire everybody at home office, and thank you so much.